It is Sunday, the 14th of September, right here at Biz by the Water. Hello, everyone. My name is Max, and we are back again for another full episode. Now, I hope you enjoyed the last one. You can check that out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. That's been a big week over here in Sydney. Now, as I'm speaking, Junior State, sorry, they renamed it to Youth State. Youth State Swimming is taking place at Sydney Olympic Park Aquatic Centre. Now, that's a lot of fun. And I will be there. I was there yesterday. I'll be there again today in the afternoon. And yeah, it's great fun. I know. I'll read out the point score actually. Now I've got a few shout outs and a few comments to make at about some different clubs in the Sydney area. In fifth place on 643 points, it's City of Sydney Aquatic. In fourth place, it's PLC City, my old club, on 983 points. Third place, this is as of yesterday as well, guys, so Saturday PM. In third place, you got Auburn with 1,019 points. I'll make a few comments about Auburn after. In second place, you got Knox Pymble with 1,657 points. And in first place, no surprises there, Carlisle with 2,364 points, taking the crown for yesterday. So I'm pretty sure it ran Friday afternoon, whole of Saturday, and it should run the whole of Sunday. Okay, so I'll start off in fifth place, City of Sydney. Great club, of course. Building up as usual. I think they've had a head coach. It's been there for about a year now. I know Mark very well. He used to coach me at Marrickville. In fourth place, of course, PLC Sydney. Now, I used to swim at United PLC, and they've actually had a wave of swimmers join them. The head coach of Second Winds, SW, joined United a while back, and of course, brought in a big market of swimmers. So they are doing very, very well. And of course, the team over the other team, not the non-United team at PLC Sydney, of course, and Auburn. Now, Auburn, what an amazing club. They are one of the smallest clubs competing at Youth State, and they are in the top three. They're third in the point score. How amazing is that? I'm honestly, I'm shocked. They did really well at Junior State in March, I think it was. They came third. And if you go back into Swimming New South Wales Instagram and you look at the point score and the podium finish, and there's only two kids from Auburn there. And you look at the mass amount of kids from Knox and Carlisle. It's very, very humbling. But yeah, I love Puncher, the head coach. He's a great coach. And I wish all of them best of luck. Now, Knox Pymble, of course, another powerhouse, Knox Swimming Club and Pymble merging. And, of course, Carlisle, just unbeatable as usual with over a 900-point lead. Sorry, not 900. Sorry, what's my maths on it? 700-point lead over Knox. Yeah, I mean, that's not surprising, but it'll be interesting to see where the club's finished after today. And I know yesterday, around 3 o'clock, they had a lot of relays. So, of course, the relays, you get a lot of points for those. A lot of these clubs do enter in relays. And yeah, it's great fun. Honestly, I don't know what the naming difference was behind Junior State and Youth State. I don't get that. But anyway, it's just Swimming New South Wales trying to be a bit more modern. Yeah, no SOPAC in the top 10. Not top 10, top 5. But yeah, that's interesting to see. And of course, I think there might be a live stream, but that's at Sydney Olympic Park Aquatic Centre. Now, I do have one complaint. Now, of course, I'm at Olympic Park very, very often, and when I'm working on the loudspeaker, they play a radio station called Nova. Now, in Sydney, Nova is known as one of the most popular ones, more popular ones. You might know Fitzy Whipper and Katie Ritchie on Breakfast. Now, that's a lot, of course, along with the other stations that play similar music like Kiss, Cater, out in the western suburbs. But yeah, so Nova, they play the 3 same songs. Now, I'm going to go on Nova and see what they're playing right now. And I know they play, I think it's called Ordinary by, let's take a look. Alex Warren, yeah, Ordinary by Alex Warren. What's that song? I should have prepared this. Let me get this up. It's, give me a sec, guys. Okay, now, I was teaching Learn to Swim the other day, and people did bring up this song a lot. And then it started playing on the loudspeakers. It's... Okay, let me see if I can try and find the name of this. It's Huntrix, Golden, K-pop Demon Hunters, of course. Of course, K-pop Demon Hunters. I've been told to watch it by a lot of my students. Where can I watch it on? Give me a sec. Now, has anyone watched the paper, the Office spin-off? I know it has Oscar in it from The Office. I can watch it on Netflix. Okay, great. K-pop Demon Hunters. That's on my that's on my list to watch. But no, the paper. I watched the first episode. The only part that was really worth watching is when Oscar was in it. Oscar Martinez is his name in The Office. What's his name in real life? Oscar Nunez, I think it is. Great. Is it actually Oscar Nunez? Yeah, it is Oscar Nunez. Okay, well, yeah, he's working at. I don't even know what the company's called. But yeah, the paper, The Office spin-off, and of course the Australian Office was the biggest failure since. Yeah, it's just the biggest failure. The Australian Office. Do not watch it. It's not worth your time. Yeah, they're trying way, way too hard. And while I'm on the back of just talking about Learn to Swim, I wanted to bring up a few funny things actually that happened when I was teaching these past few weeks. Now, this one kid was like, "Oh, my hair got wet," and I was like, "What did you think was gonna happen?" He started crying because his hair got wet, and I was like, "What did you think was gonna happen? You're in a pool of water." Yeah, and of course I don't like getting my hair wet when I go in the water, but yeah, I mean. It's water. What did we think was going to happen? And then there was this other kid who wasn't, I didn't teach him, but he was, I don't even know the kid, to be honest. He kept splashing me when I was teaching. Like, he kept throwing water at me. He had a little water gun. So, at the end, I got my whole class to start splashing him back, and there was about 6 kids in the class. So that was revenge. If you have any stories from your job where you've got revenge on people that you don't like, I know it's a very specific question, but yeah, you can comment down below on YouTube when we do upload this on YouTube. I wish you could comment on Apple Podcasts. That's a really big feature that they really should add. But speaking of Apple, their market share or market cap, something like that, dropped hugely after the iPhone 17 announcement. I think it was like 107 billion. I'm sorry, that figure's probably not right, but let's search it up. I really should prepare more. Apple market cap drop. Okay, it dropped. It didn't. Okay, let's look over the past month. Yeah, it did drop a fair bit. It went the day that they announced it. It dropped. Let's take a look. See. Okay. Yeah, that's probably not very good. It dropped. How do I use this stupid thing? It was up to 39 USD. Now down to its lowest of 226. That's not very good. I was just using Safari stocks. The Apple stock app is very, very good. So, yeah, that's great. So Apple, I'm waiting for the reviews of the iPhone Air. Now, of course, that's gonna bend like a piece of paper. I didn't think Apple would ever make a folding phone, apart from the iPhone 6. That 6 lineup was just a whole mess. It was their first. I love the design of the 6. I'm holding the 6S right now. Actually, I've got about 4 of them in the drawer. I think that was the most bought phone ever. But I'm waiting for these sales to tank on this phone, on any of the 17s. I don't think there's really need for an Air, to be honest. But anyway, we'll see what happens. And the iOS 26 looks great. I love liquid glass. I'm on the beta version right now. It's great. It's very laggy, but I do enjoy the look. It's very premium feeling, as should Apple products feel very premium, because you're paying like $2,000. And then plus phone plans or whatever. Yeah, it's very, very expensive to own a phone in modern day. And now, yesterday, just to highlight a bit more on sport. Actually, sorry, just while I'm on that topic, I'm going to talk about the AFL. Now, I don't follow the AFL as much as I should, but I'm pretty sure last night, the Lions, Brizzy Lions versus the Gold Coast, and of course, my favourite team, the Lions, came out on top. I'm going to get a lot of slack for this. I know not many people follow the Lions that I know, but yeah, the Brisbane Lions 100-47. So that's great. I think the next game is Collingwood versus Brisbane on the 20th of September, 5:15 p.m. That should kick off. No, but congratulations to the Lions. And back on track, yesterday at Sydney Olympic Park Athletic Centre, we had the CAS GPS Invitational number 5. And that was lots of fun. I ran an 800. I had a tiny PB. I ran a 225. Now, I'm still getting into it. I'm only training twice a week running. But yeah, so that was great. Last time I ran an 800. I've only ran 3 of them in the past year. Before that, I ran one in 2023. 2024 was not a good year for my running. Of course, I had that 2-month-long camp. So that was not fun. But yeah, it was great to get out there yesterday. Now, I got to say, I've only been to 3 of these invitationals so far. And the other 2 of them were very, very packed. Yesterday was so quiet. There was only schools that I saw. There was Barker, Trinity Knox. I think there was a few Cranbrook kids there, not many. There was Sydney boys, a lot of GPS schools in Newington. Honestly, there were not many schools there. It was quite shocking. Like I got there and I was like, where is everyone? Is there another competition on? But of course, yeah, lots of traffic at Olympic Park, so be careful if you're going out there and take into account that there is a lot of competitions running and swimming on over at Olympic Park. Yeah, it's a great sunny day though. It's nice to have a break from all that rain we've had. And I know there was a few days this week where it was very, very rainy. That was very different because it had been sunny then raining. But it's just like Melbourne weather. I always crap on Melbourne, but I've never been to Melbourne. Now that's on my bucket list too. I've been to Brisbane. I've been to Sydney. I've been far south coast. Oh, speaking of south coast, they had the Kiama by-election yesterday. Of course, Labor came out on top over the Liberal candidate Serena Copley. So that was after disgraced MP Gareth Ward resigned. I won't go into any further detail. You can search it up in your own time. I'd prefer not. I'd prefer not to give out any false information here on the podcast. And as always, I don't like getting into politics on the podcast. Of course, everything's going on as normal in Australia. Nothing much to comment on. There's not much happening in the swimming world apart from Youth State. I think they just had some championships in Romania recently. I'm just going off the top of my head, just trying to rack off things that I think are interesting to talk about. Actually, yeah, there we go. They had the World Aquatic Junior Championships. Sorry, Junior Swimming Championships in Romania. Let's take a look. That was on the 19th. That was ages ago. What am I thinking? It was on the 19th to the 24th of August. That's great. I think I know a few people who did swim there, so congratulations to everyone who competed there. And there's not many competitions coming up, as of course a lot of people do tend to drop off in the winter season of swimming. But I think that's one of the good things about the winter season. Of course, short course isn't a lot of people's cup of tea. It certainly isn't mine. And a lot of people do tend to drop off around the winter season and pick it up, of course, after that November to December season for the senior state swimming. And I think a good time to get back into it, personally. Like, I've taken a few months off just after I got back from Singapore and everything. I took a few weeks to a month off. And, I think that was a good time to pick it because it wasn't really in the middle of any big competitions. I don't count short course as competitions. I don't count them as official. They're not real to me. But, as the season starts to pick up, we rack up our training to 6-7 times a week, plus gym work, plus running training. It all works. And we'll see where it leads us in the next year or so. But yeah, that should be good. So December does hold, of course, every year, the senior state long course. And that runs over, I think, a week, 6 or 7. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I just realized. Okay, I'm going to say 7 or 8 days. I'm not going to say that. I just realized. That was not intended. I'm so sorry, everyone. I think it's about a week. 6 days to a week. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Let's. I think that's a good time to sort of wrap it up there. I just came on the back of what do they call it? Not brain rot. Something like that. I don't know. I'm too old. Anyway, thank you for listening to today's full episode of Biz by the Water. You can catch Biz by the Water wherever you get your podcasts. You can listen in on the shorts that we post on YouTube and on Instagram, and keep up to date with your sport news, sport headlines, everything. I did talk about AFL for the first time today, but I will not talk about NRL or anything like that. I don't follow any of that. I might talk about cricket every now and then, but I don't think there's anything big going on in cricket. Now, one more thing before I go. I know I jump around topics a lot, and I'll work on that in the future. But I just wanted to highlight Beats. Now, of course, Beats, the headphone company, of course, is owned by Apple. I have had the most problems with Beats ever. My Beats Studio Buds were the worst earbuds. They've just fallen apart, disintegrated. They're terrible. Only one of them works. I only had them for 6 months. They're the worst headphones ever. Not to slander Apple or anything. And of course, my mum, she has some Beats headphones, on-ear headphones, and they are just terrible. They don't charge. They don't hold a charge. Yeah, I might switch over to the AirPods. Now, the AirPods with their live translation feature looks pretty good, and we'll see. They are quite expensive though. I would never get the AirPods Max though. That's just premium products at its best at a high price tag. Anyway, that's enough Apple talk for the day. You can listen to Biz by the Water wherever you get your podcasts. I'll be back very, very soon. I'm ramping up the podcasts now, but yeah, and you can follow me on Instagram at maxi_Monday13, and of course bizbarthewater at bizbarthewater, and of course on YouTube. YouTube is the Lockdown Biz, and Instagram is at the Lockdown Biz. Everyone have a happy Sunday. I'll catch you all next week. And there's so many podcasts you can catch up to. If you haven't heard any of the Biz by the Water podcasts from the past 2 months, you can listen to some of the minis where I talk about different stuff like Apple, swimming, running. Actually, let's take a look at some of the podcasts that we've put out just so I can rat them off. And free advertising, actually. I've been listening to the Carl and Jackie O show recently. They've been pretty good. Of course, the Invisibility Shield with intern Pete. That's just yeah, you can listen to that if you would like. I talked about the iPhone 17. I talked about the TCS Sydney Marathon, World Aquatic Championships in Singapore. That's just a few of them. I was also at the Unisports Open Swimming Nationals. Yeah, then that's all on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart. I'll catch you all later.